And welcome back to Lynxx 24 News. I'm Steve Peterson. And before we get to our interview, we'd like to thank the Toma Cash Store for providing the set furnishings, as well as K&B Flooring in Toma for the set flooring. Big thanks to both those businesses for all their support of Lynxx 24 News, and it makes us look a whole lot better. So welcome my special guest, and it's Jason Gerke, a local artist. And Jason, thanks for joining me. You've got quite a talent. Let's talk about what got you started in wanting to become an artist.
Basically, I've just been drawing pictures since I've been knee-high to a grasshopper. That's how I learned to do my alphabet. My mom taught me how to do all my words and letters with pictures. So probably about the age of 2 years old and on, just kept drawing. And then in school, sitting in class, doodling, probably when I should have been working. That's where it all started, and I just love doing cartoons. I love watching people smile when I draw their pictures. So,
well, let's talk about some of the styles that you do, because you do caricatures, and we'll see some of your work. And actually, you're going to be drawing something for us during our next break, so that'll be interesting to see that you got a plain white piece of paper, and by the time our segment's over, you're going to have something on there that is going to be a little more than a stick drawing that I'd be doing. But when you talk about cartoons, what kind of a cartoon format do you use?
Basically, it's just a cutesy, bubbly looking cartoon. And then I just whip out a marker and go to town.
Now, do you create characters on your cartoons?
Yeah, yes I do. I go anywhere from doing animal characters, people, mainly people. I like to draw people. I don't know if you look on the Lynxx website, there's also a Lynxx cat that I drew. Anybody gets a chance, check that out, and like the website as well.
So to do this, I know it doesn't take a lot of time, because you're going to be showing us how quickly you can do this, but what's your favorite things to draw?
I would have to say people for sure. Cartoons. I love to draw cartoons. I've been doing it since grade school, and grew up in a small town of Camp Douglas. Not a whole lot to do in the town, so what do? You draw pictures, make games. I also do board games and stuff as well. I would have to say people for sure.
So this hobby has really kind of evolved into a business for you.
Yes, it has. Actually, I posted something on Facebook the other day on a Packer website, and all of a sudden, Packer fans everywhere, from California to Florida, have been contacting me, asking me to do their cartoons, so it's kind of cool.
So Packers are hot. Is there another thing that's a real hot item when it comes to your work?
NASCAR. Seems like NASCAR people like, the goofier the better, redneck. Somebody with a beer out the window.
Now, do you find yourself doing characters of some of the NASCAR racers?
I have, yes, yep. Actually, done Jeff Gordon, not personally, but for people, and Dale Earnhardt. So that seems to be a hot item.
Yeah. Now, if somebody, say, has a picture, a family picture and everything, they could give them to you, and you could go off the picture. And I'm thinking from a real neat birthday or anniversary, or maybe a Christmas gift, to have a caricature portrait done of a family.
Absolutely. Actually, years ago, we did my own family, and we made Christmas cards and turned all them into all the family members, passed them out, and people just loved it. They ate it up. So, that's definitely something that I can do.
So what kind of pens and art equipment do you use to do your work?
I like to use Crayola marker. Nothing fancy, does the job, and pastels.
So colors is a big part of it. You do black and white and color?
Yeah, yep, color and black and white. A little bit of both.
Okay.
So.
I got to ask, how big a one have you made? Have you made one like a poster size, wall size, or anything?
I've done walls. Actually, if you look at the New Lisbon School, I've done cartoons down their hallways, and kind of picked some kids in the crowd and did their pictures on the walls. So yeah, I did some pretty big caricatures.
Now, how long did that take? Because that sounds to me like a big project if you have to go all the way down a hall and you're doing a lot of things.
Yeah, it was quite the project, because you got to layer all your base coat and then bring it up forward. I would say it was probably a good week-long process.
It's just a week?
Yeah, but you got to stick with it.
Yeah. I bet it gives you a lot of pride, though, when you walk down that hallway and you see the reaction of what people, when they look at the walls and they see your artwork.
Kids love it. They're getting their pictures taken in front of it like they're standing in a crowd, that's what it looks like. It just looks like you're in the middle of a crowd, and that's what I was trying to go with, was having the kids, like every day, what they would be doing in class or out in the hallways having fun.
Well, you're going to want to stick around and see what Jason's up to, because he's done some work already that we're going to show you of the crew here at Lynxx 24 News, but he's also going to do something during our interview, so you're not going to want to miss that. We're going to take a quick 60-second break, and when we come back, Jason will be doing some artwork, I'll be doing some more interviewing. We'll see what happens right here on Lynxx 24.
Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart. We're local, in your neighborhood, with great customer service, fresh ingredients, and toasted to perfection. We do catering, lunchboxes, and office parties. Toasty. Quiznos Homefront Travel Mart, Camp Douglas.
Welcome back to Lynxx 24. I'm Steve Peterson, and if you're just joining us, I've been interviewing local artist Jason Gerke, and in this segment, Jason's not going to try to answer my questions. He's also going to do some artwork that we're going to show you by the time this segment is done. So go ahead with your pen, and I'll just ask you some questions. When it comes to going out and doing caricatures, how hard is it when you sit down with this group? Do they have to sit still? Do they have to just strike a pose? Or how do you come up with that pose that you're going to be able to work off of?
Well, actually, Steve, a lot of times I'll get kids that will not hold still. They'll just be running circles around me, and I just kind of try to capture their face as I'm going along, and you just make it work.
When you look at the facial expressions of especially kids, I'm sure, does your concept change a little bit while you're doing that? Because all of a sudden the kid will smile or make some facial expression that sticks in your mind. You think that's going to be a great look?
Oh, absolutely. Especially when kids missing teeth or something, you know, you got to capture that. And there's a lot of kids that they don't want you to get the braces in there, but you got to catch everything in there, and you get the dimples, the freckles, everything.
Well, now you were at the Armed Forces Day celebration at Camp Douglas, and I'm sure a lot of people stopped by and did caricatures there. You've also got what you think is one of your biggest events, and that's Wada-Shoota Day is coming up in mid-July.
Yes.
And that's over at New Lisbon. A lot of people stop by and get their pictures taken, or drawings done, I should say.
Absolutely. I stay very busy at Wada-Shoota. Not very often is my head looking up other than looking at somebody in front of me. So, I mean, I'm constantly drawing all day long.
Yeah, and if you're wondering why he's not looking at me, folks, it's because I've got him doing a little project while we're doing the interview, just to show you how quick that Jason can put something down on paper. Do you go to other places too for your for sketching, or do you come invite people, or people can hire you for parties?
Absolutely. Matter of fact, I have to do a graduation this weekend, and that'll be something different. I've done post proms. I've done the Brookwood a couple years in a row, and that's entertaining. And you meet so many unique people, and the Brookwood thing is, you know, it's from 1 a.m. to 5 o'clock, so you're tired and you're getting all these kids out there having a good time, and yeah, I love doing stuff like that.
From a price standpoint, I'm sure you've got different packages for the things that you do, but what kind of a price range are you looking at when people want to have a sketch done?
For just a single black and white, I'm only charging like $5.
So I'm going to owe you $5 for this when you're done.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to show it. Well, you're working on that. This is the kind of thing that Jason does. And Jason actually sketched this how long ago?
Last night, actually.
Last night. And it took you how long?
About a half hour.
Okay. So as you can see, it's yours truly, along with Dan, who's off tonight, and April as well. So, and we're going to make these into cards that we're going to get to people. So, unbelievable detail that Jason does. So, and as you can tell, he added a lot of color and captions as well, and it all ties into our Lynxx 24 newscast. So, Jason, thanks a lot for that. And now, are you going to be appearing anywhere else publicly over the next few weeks? So you want to let people know where you're going to be at?
The Americana Blues Festival they have at Gillette Park here in Toma.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Wilcox actually got me involved in that, and it is a great time. I mean, you get to sit and listen to music, and I recommend anybody from the area to check that out as well. It's great.
And if somebody needs to get a hold of you, what's the best way?
I would say probably just contact me by phone. That way we can go over any details for anything that you might want. Either that or you can email me a picture. at gerkegraphics@yahoo.com.
Okay, and the phone number, Jason?
608-343-9482.
Well, this work at Masterpiece is just about done. We'll quickly show everybody before we have to say goodbye, Jason. So, look at this.
Just like doodling at the kitchen table.
You've got to see this. This is what he did during this segment. So, Jason, I thank you very much for joining us. I'd love to have you come back again, and you can do some more artwork. You even make me look halfway decent, so thanks a lot.
You bet. Thank you.
And stay tuned. We'll take a break, and when we come back, Karen and I will be giving you some highlights of the events that happened during the Camp Douglas Armed Forces Day celebration, so stick around.